I'm getting ready to read the next chapter in Junie B. Jones's Turkeys We Have Loved and Eaten. Chapter 6, Something in Common. Mr. Scary roamed his eyes around the circle. Okay, let's get started again. Who has brought something so special that you can't wait one more second to show us? Me, I shouted. Me. No, me, shouted May, even louder. Then she quick jumped up, and she reached into her thankful bag. So I quick jumped up, and I reached into my thankful bag too, and then boom! Both of us pulled out our thankful items at the very same time, and I could not believe my eyeballs. I tell you, on account of me, and May brought the same thankful item from home. And here's the shockingest part of all. They were the exact same animal, stuffed elephants. It still takes my breathing away to think about that, because me and May are nothing alike. And so how can we be thankful for the same elephants? Both of us kept staring at this terrible situation. We could not even say any words. Mr. Scary leaned back in his chair and smiled. Well, this is very interesting, isn't it? He said. His smile got bigger. I actually love this, girls, he said. It just shows us that even when people are quite different from each other, they can still have things in common. He stood up. That's what happened when the Native Americans and the Pilgrims. Remember? He asked. Even though they were different from each other, they were thankful for many of the same things, and that allowed them to become friends. I quick raised my hand. Yeah, only May and I are not friends. Mr. Scary, plus I don't even get pilgrims. I said, their costumes look hottish and sweatish. May stepped in front of me. Well, I love pilgrims, she said. I wish I was wearing hot, sweaty pilgrim clothes right now. I did a huff at her. If I was an Indian, I would not eat squash with you, I said. Mr. Scary laughed. See, girls, see how different you are, he said. But look, you're both thankful for the same little toy. I frowned my eyes at that last comment. Philip Johnny Bob is not a little toy, Mr. Scary, I said, real annoyed. Philip Johnny Bob is the bestest stuffed animal I've ever had. May nodded, and my elephant is my best stuffed animal friend too, she said. His name is Police Sergeant Chuck, and I've known him since my brother brought him home from the store. She held him up for everyone to see. My mother made this little police uniform for him. See it, everyone? She said. He has a little police jacket and a little police hat and a shiny little police badge. She looked at Philip Johnny Bob and made a face. Police Sergeant Chuck does not have patches sewed on him like Junie Jones's old elephant, she said. Junie Jones's old elephant has been all torn and ripped. I made squinty eyes at her. Yeah, only here's a news flash, madam. I said, in Mother Nature, elephants do not wear police uniforms. In Mother Nature, Police Sergeant Chuck would look like a nitwit. Philip Johnny Bob laughed out loud. Ha, good one, Junie B. He said, plus I love my patches. Me and Philip have the same actual talking voices. I hugged him tight. Yes, I know you do, Phil. I said, plus the only reason you have patches is because sometimes when you and I wrestle, I accidentally throw you too high in the air, and then you land on the ceiling fan. I have to turn up the fan speed to get you off. And then you fly across the room, and you land on the pointy living room lamp. Philip hugged me back. But I love riding on the ceiling fan, he said. It's fun. I smoothed his softy ears. I know it is, Phil. That's how come I throw you up there whenever Mother is out of the room, I said. May did a gasp. Friends do not throw friends on ceiling fans, she said. Riding on a ceiling fan is even against the law, I bet. Police Sergeant Chuck nodded real fast. Yes, I bet I could arrest him for that, he said. Chuck and May have the same voices, too. May smiled. Yes, I bet you could, too, she said. And so Police Sergeant Chuck got right in Phil's face, and he said, I'm taking you to jail, Peanut Butter and Johnny. Then he bopped Phil in the head with his trunk, and so Philip bopped him back, and then bam! They wrestled all around in the air, and they bopped and flopped and sopped and thumped. Plus, also they chased each other around the show and tell circle. All of room one laughed and clapped. It was very joyful. Then, whoa! A loud voice interrupted all the excitement. Knock it off, you two, it said. Right now. Everyone looked up. Mr. Scary's face was reddish and mattish. Also, his hair looked wildish and springish. Me and May stopped running speedy fast. Philip and Chuck stopped running too. Mr. Scary ran his fingers through his wildish hair. "What do you girls think you're doing?" he said. Me and May looked nervous at each other. We rocked back and forth on our feet, and we tried to think real fast. Well, let's see," I said, very shaky. "What do you think we're doing, May?" May's voice was shaky, too. Right now, we think Police Sergeant Chuck is chasing Peanut Butter and Johnny because Peanut Butter and Johnny is running away from him." She glanced her eyes at me. "Right, Junie Jones?" I nodded my fastest. "Yes," I said, "that is because Peanut Butter and Johnny does not want to be arrested by a nitwit elephant in a police suit." Just then, Police Sergeant Chuck looked shocked at me. "Hey," he shouted, "you can't say that." Then he turned around to May, and he hollered, "Cuff him." And before I knew it, May pulled some teensy handcuffs out of Chuck's jacket, and she tried to put them on Philip and Johnny Bob. But ha! Philip was way too fast for her, and he ducked out of the way. Then me and Phil started to run again, only this time Mr. Scary stepped right in front of us, and he took Philip right out of my hands. Plus, he took Police Sergeant Chuck out of May's hands too. After that, he snapped his loud fingers for us to sit down, and so both of us sat, and of joy. So both of us sat, and of joy.